There's been a lot of times that me and my family have really enjoyed some of the experiences that TT Games has offered, or have offered, if I'm using proper English. One of the last ones that a lot of, I guess, some fans did not like, but we loved, was Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Me and my son actually just ran back through that game, and we had a blast with it. We loved the conglomeration of all the different movies into one giant kind of playthrough aspect. But Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is what we're here to talk about today. And I have got to say, it is hands down one of the best Lego titles that I have played. Not just because of the expansive customization, not because of the funny humor or the little call-outs or Easter eggs or massive Easter eggs for different movies that are all conglomerated into one experience, but also because the way that they built this game. So instead of it being this sectioned out type of experience where you get to do what you did with Skywalker Saga and have different sections of the game that you can go to as each chapter, they're set up as individual chapters that instead of you going to a central hub to choose those chapters, you actually are able to just play all the way through the game, have a massive bat cave that is customizable and upgradable as you play, and then it conjoins all of these different Batman experiences into one gigantic experience. So, as I said, we got a code for this. We got the code on May 22nd, so that's why the review is just now getting up. But me and my son have played from start to finish on this game. Me and my wife played a little bit of it as well. And biggest thing is the little tater Dante loved this game. I love this game. Everything about it speaks family friendly, but also is really a great experience for anybody that is a fan of The Dark Knight. So Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is a narrative-led action-adventure game. Step into the shoes of Bruce Wayne as he journeys to become Batman, forging bonds with trusted allies while facing Gotham's most dangerous and iconic supervillains. So when you play as Batman, you get such a cool experience. You get the beginning of Batman. You get all the different moments from so many different games. You get all the different moments from the main lineage of movies. Batman Begins, Dark Knight Returns, Dark Knight Rises, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, The Batman. It's so cool the way that they lined all this out, because not only do you get to see Batman through all these different moments, but you get to see his enemies change and his allies change as well. And it's just a really fluid experience with the story. Gameplay overall was fantastic. I thought it was really cool how they added in the Batman Arkham Knight style of combat system that they had. This was something that was a really big surprise to my son, because that is one thing that he did not like in past Lego games, is that the combat system was kind of just boring at times, and it was just kind of punching and kicking and then moving on. But as we have seen TT Games implement new styles of gameplay over the last few years, Skywalker Saga was one of his favorite games because you could do so much, you could upgrade so much, you could change so much of your character, the style of play of your character. But in Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, you could change a ton. You can upgrade your character, of course, as per always, but then you can also customize your character mid-game, which is really fun, and it added that Arkham Knight kind of element that you could change your suit as you were playing the game. It's not like you had to wait until you completed the level to go back and play in free play mode, but there's all kinds of really cool Easter eggs and call-outs in this game that made it such an enjoyable experience for not just me, but for my family. So as I said, one of the biggest things about this game is the pure line of customization that you can have. So not only are there Easter eggs with the costumes that you have, like there's many times that you'll have them from different movies, different animated series, different moments in Batman's life. But there is a really cool customization aspect at your Batcave, and this is something that Dante really enjoyed and I really enjoyed. There was a lot of times that me and my son would go back to the Batcave and look around at what we've unlocked, and of course, while we were there, we would go to Batmite's shop. And at Batmite's shop, there is a lot of different stuff that you can purchase with your Lego bricks that you get throughout the game, and different suits that you can buy or different art that you can put around your Batcave, as well as Batcave trophies. And these trophies are big call outs. So some of them are simplistic. Some of them could be a lamp. Some of them could be, like a wave with a surfboard. Or some of them are call outs to many different elements of the Batman universe. And I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a great customization aspect. And I didn't really expect the Batcave to be as expansive as it is, but there's multiple different areas that your bat suits are displayed. You can build more areas for your bat suits and your allies' custom costumes. You have all this different customization for your character, but you have such a beautiful display of your vehicles with the Batmobile and all the different motorcycles and cars that your other allies can use or your co-op player can use. I just thought that was such a great add-on and element that they had to do such easy, simplistic Easter eggs and call-outs. But I mean, one thing that I really can't get over is just the movie Easter eggs and movie call-outs, as well as like the music, and the biggest focus is the Arkham combat. So like the movie call-outs were really great because there was times that they would merge different movies in different moments. So like with Joker, there was times that he was Jack, which was from the Michael Keaton Batman, but as he was being that Joker, he would transition into Heath Ledger's Joker from Dark Knight Rises, and he would say different things that were like from both of the characters, and he would have you'd have these moments on screen that were easily just like, as a fan of Batman, I was like, oh my God, this is this. Oh my God, this is that. There's a moment in the game that there's a really big call out to the Batman animated series, and I had a total geek out, freak out moment. My son was like, what about it? What about it? I'm like, this is the animated series, bro. It's the Batman. It was one of my favorite series, and they did it so well. But without, moving on from the fan out, geek out, the gameplay and graphics of the game are really great. I will say when you do play the mode on PS5 and you're in split screen, even though you'll be in performance mode, there are times that you have a frame rate drop because of the split screen. You get a more fluid experience with frame rate whenever you're playing just in single player and not split screen. But we played the whole game in co-op, and I've got to say it is hands down one of the best Lego games ever made, and by far the best Lego game that TT Games has ever made, especially when it comes down to Batman. They did such a great job of culminating all these different series, comics, movies, musical moments, comedy, and they did a great job, too, as kind of covering the dark moments as well. So, as we know, Batman, he's got a lot of dark things that happened to him in his history, and instead of them focusing on that or ultra focusing on it like many of the other games that are more mature would, as per TT Games usually does in most of their games, they made it more comedic, and my son loved it. There was a lot of times that something bad was supposed to happen, it would be something funny, and my son would actually say, that's not how it happened in the movie, but I really like that. So I just think it was a really great experience. I think it was something that if you're a Batman fan, if you're a fan of Arkham Knight, this game is a must play. It's something that I will say every family needs in their household to sit down and play couch co-op with, explore the world, explore Gotham, explore all this other stuff. There's still things that we have to complete in the game, but we've completed the entire story. Now we're just running back through doing a bunch of Riddler side quests and so on and so forth. But we had a blast playing this game. It's so much fun. I'm telling you guys, you've got to check it out. Big shout outs to TT Games for sending us a code for this. We are giving we're giving Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight a 5 out of 5. It is hands down one of the best Batman experiences on the market today. You definitely need to make sure to check it out. Please make sure to check back soon. We're going to be having some live coverage from Summer Games Fest, and we will have some reviews popping up over the next few days and over this weekend of some other games as well that are on our backlog that we have got to get reviewed for these publishers. So we love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.